I hadn't any particular desire to visit Morocco, but the opportunity arose in late 2017 to travel to Marrakesh and cross the Atlas Mountains. Marrakesh was a surprise to me, where walking through the walled Medina is like stepping back in time. The city outside is bustling and modern, but like many in Morocco, the old Medina, with its myriad of narrow alleyways, small workshops and souks, has changed little over the centuries. The Medina is divided into neighbourhoods, each with its own mosque, Quranic school, hammam, water supply and communal oven. There's everything here for both the tourist and local market. The tiny workshops in the souk remain the centre for the traditional skills, each having its own distinct but cramped area of workshops. The craft of leatherworking is said to have originated in the city, but traditionally the tanneries are banished to the edge of the Medina because of the obnoxious odours they produce. The ringing of the blacksmith's hammer fills the thick air in this labyrinth, where it's easy to get disorientated, so few tourists venture in without a guide for fear of not finding their way out. Marrakesh's wealth derives from being a trading post for the ancient caravans that crossed the Sahara from Timbuktu. The traders themselves built lavish homes such as Dar Sayed. The marble courtyard of the 19th century Palais Bahia was used by the provincial governor's concubines. And the adjacent gardens are perhaps where the girls shared the shade together until other duties called. Close by, the 16th century Ben Youssef Quranic School is one of the finest Quranic schools in the Medina and one of the largest in North Africa. As many as 900 students would have studied here, living in 130 cells arranged around the courtyard. Outside the Medina, I found one of the more touristy attractions, the Sardian tombs. Initially built for Sultan Ahmed al-Mansur in the 16th century, they were rediscovered in 1917, buried under rubble. It's little surprise that they are so popular today. The intricate plasterwork, Carrara marble columns and gilded decorations surpass all else in the city. A sumptuous palace for the great and the powerful to be laid to rest, head to the north and face turned east in the Islamic tradition. Marrakesh has always attracted artists and painters. The landscape painter Jacques Majorelle established a wonderful garden which was later bought by Yves Saint Laurent, with the ambition to preserve Majorelle's original vision and keep it open to the public. It's another very popular destination for visitors from all over the world, where a photo against the startlingly electric blue walls is a must to post on social media. The gardens themselves display over 300 stunning desert plant species. Within the garden is a superb museum dedicated to the Berbers. Berbers have inhabited North Africa for 10,000 years and today remain a people unified by their shared language and heritage. The inaccessibility of the Atlas Mountains preserves their proud inheritance more than anywhere, as even the Romans failed to fully tame them, and went on to call them barbarians, from which we get the present-day name. The Atlas Mountains of Morocco are the highest in North Africa, rising to over 4,000 metres. It was on the fourth day of my trip that I set out on the long drive to cross them. Looking down from on high, it's striking how green and fertile the river valleys are, and over the next few days I got to see just how much life they support. Olives, quince, pomegranate, sweet corn and alfalfa, a winter feed for the donkeys, are abundant. But it is the date that dominates. The black variety is consumed mainly in the home, but the lighter and larger medjool date is the cash crop and the one that commands a premium in the market. Where are you going? These valleys are gardens of Eden, where the children run free and the women work the fields. With so much produce available, the markets are bustling affairs. I arrived in the country town of Agst just as the date market was getting underway. Local farmers were bringing their produce, setting up stalls and haggling over the price with would-be buyers. The livestock market was no less active. Negotiating here is serious stuff. By the look on everybody's face, no one is happy with the outcome of the sale. As I was leaving the market, a young shepherd was arriving on his donkey with a sheep in each pannier. Moroccans are unsentimental over their donkeys, treating them very much as beasts of burden. With so many in town on market day, once they are unloaded, they are taken off to be parked. Whilst they seem very placid with humans, they are less happy with their own kind and have to be staked out of reach of each other. Back in the countryside, the traditional mud and straw adobe buildings are left to collapse for lack of maintenance, giving way for brick-built homes. Unless the adobe walls are regularly rendered, they soon crumble. The few Casbahs that are preserved are developed as small hotels, such as the beautiful Casbah Azul in Eggs. I left the green and fertile mountain valleys behind and headed further south, close to the Algerian border, and on the edge of the Sahara, where nomads still leak out a living in this barren land. A warm Ghana welcome awaited me, the music and culture reflecting the strong African influence this far south. But with Timbuktu 2,000 kilometres on the far side of the Sahara, this seems a good place to stop and watch the sun go down on this delightful and tolerant Islamic country.